Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Jason Thrifts. It is Thursday afternoon, and you know what that means. Time for a little preview of tonight's YouTube show, Thrifty Business. Where is that damn remote? How many times do you think you have said that in your life? Now, depending on your age, you might have said it a lot more times than me. I'm 50. My folks are pushing 80, and so they've lived long enough to see the invention of the remote. And before that, they were the remote. But how many times in the last 20 years have you went to grab the TV remote, the stereo remote, the VCR remote, and you just can't find it? Now, even by today's standards, that's a pretty small remote. That's for the TV in my office. But even smaller, is the Apple TV remote. Now, we lost ours at our house for like 8 months. Because once that slides into your couch, unless you get deep into your couch, it's just kind of lost. But there is big money in selling remotes. Now, with everything, there is an asterisk. Not every remote, but a lot of the remotes. Some of the brands are better. Some of the devices are more sought after, because most things can be used with a universal remote, but a lot of people still want the original remote that goes to that VCR, goes to that stereo, goes to that TV. Look, I can control my Apple TV through my phone. That's easy. But for whatever reason, I like having the remote, because that way I could be playing on my phone at the same time I'm using the remote. So, yeah, well, I don't think we can teach how to use remotes tonight, but we are teaching about selling them. And my guest tonight is Stephen Christopher, and he is going to be not a thrift haul. Whoops, I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. Nope, don't want that. He's going to be talking about flipping remotes. Now, the nice thing about Stephen, when he's on shows with me, he brings a whole slide presentation. So Stephanie's co-host with me. You all know her. You love her, Stephanie Canada. But usually we're interviewing the guest, asking questions, kind of setting up the next part of their story. Stephen's like, here's my slide presentation. All right. So once Stephanie and I get through our segments, Stephen's got the floor. Now, the funny thing about tonight is Stephanie forewarned me. She said, hey, one of the things I'm going to share tonight is before I knew better. And I'm like, what does that mean? But when I prep the show, I don't actually look at what I'm prepping. Like Debbie, my producer, gets all the links ready and all this stuff. So I just get them up and ready. So I don't really look at the screen. So I will not cheat and peek, but I look forward to seeing if I can catch where she was like, yeah, that was before I knew better. So got a great show. Stephanie's got some great scores. I had so many scores, I had to knock some out. Like I opened all the scores I wanted to share, and it was like 9. And we usually just share 4, So I was like, yikes, I got a lot of scores tonight. So all kinds of fun stuff. So 8 o'clock tonight, my YouTube channel, Jason T. Smith. That is 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock here on the West Coast, the best coast. And that's only on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching on Facebook right now, hi, everybody on Facebook. Hey, if you're watching in my new Tiki group, you might be thinking, what the hell is this? So I have two worlds, really. My Tiki world and my thrifting world. So those of you in my Tiki group, this is the first time I've done a tease for my my weekly Thursday night show. If you're into reselling, if you're into using eBay, even if it's not for a business, if you're just using it to sell a couple things, come on over. We got plenty to share. And every week there are tips and tricks and cheats and hacks that let you be a better seller. Whether you're doing one thing a month or 100, things that you can learn on my show will definitely help you. What is the most wanted remote control? That's a good question, Paul. I don't know if Stephen has that, but we can ask him. And as a matter of fact, I'll send him that question right now. But I don't know where you would get that stat. But we'll see. He might have it. You never know. All right. So what we got here? It's 2:15 here on the West Coast. So a little under 3 hours. Under 3 hours. So yeah. Set your alarms right now. Tell Siri, hey Siri, ring me up at
sure, I understand.
Oh, I didn't really mean to call for you. Set your alarm like 2 minutes before 8 o'clock if you're on the East Coast. That way you got 2 minutes to remember why your alarm's going off. Paul sells Funko Pops. All right, Paul, before we end this, what's the best selling Funko Pop right now? Or actually, you asked the most wanted. What's the most wanted Funko Pop? And the bigger, better question: have you sold any? So the hottest Funko Pop, Paul, have you sold any? Because we haven't really talked about Funko Pops, because Funko Pops kind of started, they had some collectability to them. You can make some decent money. And then they got oversaturated. You could buy them everywhere. And they became almost like Beanie Babies. But then yet, they're still collectible ones. So it's kind of riding that middle ground. Here's the normal stuff for everybody. And then here is the collectible pieces you can pick up at like cons and stuff like that. I sold one a couple weeks ago for $50. Any kind of chase. All right. I don't know what that is, but maybe a future show talking about Funko Pops, because we all see them. We all see them. So that would be a good topic. All right, cool. All right. Thanks, Paul. It's good to see you, Brian, Nelly. Who else on here? Beverly Joe, Steve, Facebook user, Swoop, Julie. Hey, Mom. Tune in tonight. Set your alarm, and I'll see you in under 3 hours from now. 8 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock on the West Coast. I'm going to go finish prepping for the show. You have a good afternoon. And for most of you, I'll see you right after dinner. Okay? Bye.